Hello there. How you doing, Tony? Where you from? Hello, from New York. What part of New York, Firecrest? Just curious, because I'm from born Brooklyn, raised Bronx. Vernon. Okay, so Mount Vernon. So that's right near where I used to live. If it's Mount Vernon, that's right where I used to live. Nope, not Mount Vernon, I guess. I used to live off of 1616 Walton Avenue by the Cross Bronx's Expressway, right between Jerome Avenue and the Grand Concourse. All right, so that's near Syracuse. DB from Portland. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about silver. Actually, a lot about silver. But I also want to fill it in with some news. I'm going to wait till the room fills up a little bit. Oh, man, what a day. I just got home from work. 9-hour day and I'm pooped. Sorry to 999 Squad in the house. Robert, thank you so much for being here. I'm in Tucson, as you know, right near Turning Stone Casino. If you Google that casino, I am like a few minutes from there. Hello from Fairbanks, Arkansas. Mark, thank you. Rockin' Rod. Hey, from Northeast New York, Plattsburgh. I'm one of my best friends, David Patterson, is from that area. Missed you in Disney. Sorry about that. Una Bobster, Cypress, Texas here. I love what you guys are doing right now. I love to know where people are from. I love when people say hello. Texas, San Antonio in the house, or Rochester in the house. I love that. It gives me an idea where the demographics are. And I just love knowing where people are from. I love to know a little bit about everybody. Hello from Ohio. Gray Ghost. Yeah, so right now, how many people are in the room? It's looking like only 18 people are in the room. Wow. Right here. Hey, Scott says hello. You're a silhouette. No kidding. Let me see if I can fix this. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, man. Bummer. Let me see if I can do something else then. Let me see. Where is the sun? Is that any better? A little bit better. Hello from Memphis. I'm just under 4 hours. All right, good. It's a little better. So sorry about that. I'll even turn it just a little bit more. I thought I was doing you guys a favor by showing you the mountains back there, but you probably can't see the mountains anymore. So hi ho, Silver Away. Yeah. So we are going to talk about some silver. I left the cover of this in the house. We're going to talk about a little bit of news. Can't get away from the news. So 25 people in the house. Can I get some thumbs up? Wow, normally I have 100 or 200 people in the room. That is odd. That is super odd. But hey, I'll live with it. Sweet yard and view. How are the mountains coming in? Are the mountains coming in view, or are they overexposed? Some photographers will know what that term means. How do the mountains look to you folks? Can't see them. They're overexposed. So I need a better camera. Right now I'm using an iPhone 7. Shitty camera. Contrast ratio is crappy. Rhode Island in the house. Zip Fix. Thank you so much. Got your emails as well, or your messages. Mid-Hudson Valley. I used to live in Spring Valley. All white. All right, it is what it is. I did the best I could. Too much sun glare. Again, these cheap cameras can't do dark and light at the same time. It's called, what is it, a contrast ratio or whatever it's called. But yeah, so my current position is literally half an hour north of the Mexico border. As a matter of fact, about a mile or two that way is I-10, which leads right to Nogales. I'm half an hour away. And one of these days, I want to get over there with a camera and start filming and show you the truth. I was born in the early 60s, and at that time, when you came over and lived in the United States, you had to do blood test in order to gain entry to live in the United States. I don't know if any of you older folks remember, you had to do blood test. In fact, you had to do a blood test back then to get married. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. Over time, our government has eliminated those blood tests. Those blood tests checked from everything from measles to hepatitis. Matter of fact, you couldn't get married if, back in the day, if one of the two people had the man or the woman had hepatitis. Had to do a blood test when I got married, says Finecrest. But they eliminated that. Now what they're doing is they're importing, and I use the word importing because that's what they're doing. They're importing people from all countries, but mostly third world nations. There's a reason why I say third world nations. A lot of diseases, as well as criminals in these countries. They don't get their blood work done there. They have various diseases, and they're just letting these people flood into the United States. This morning on the news, I heard there is an outbreak of measles in the United States. And they haven't seen this type of outbreak since the 60s. It is truly amazing what they're doing. They're concerned that everybody now in our schools is being exposed, public schools being exposed. Just think about that. There's no need to carry on about that anymore, but just wanted to share that with you. 30 minutes north of the Nogales border, Tucson, Arizona. Anyway, I get a lot of questions. How do I store my silver? And right in front of me, everybody, I always tell people, keep it simple, stupid. Literally, keep it simple, stupid. Because people like to overcomplicate things. You know, you get people, and they always ask me, how do you store your silver? What do you do? Do you get velvet boxes? Can you imagine having 4,000 or 5,000 of these boxes? Are you kidding me? For one coin? Velvet boxes? I use any kind of canister I can get my hands on. Any kind of canister, and just dump the silver in. If it's loose silver, I don't know if you guys can see, I just use crappy old canisters. And some of it is in plastic baggies in the canister. When I run out of metal canisters for my silver, I get some of this stuff. Now, obviously, there's a glass jar lid. It's still in the house. But all my loose silver goes in anything possible. Hello, Silver Sloth. Anything possible. I even have, I'll show it to you. I gotta lift it up. One of these. Now, inside of this, nothing scientific. I have all that. Pull out some of this, and you'll see how I stack things. Nothing scientific. If it fits in there, that's how I put it in. Every little crevice, even the one up here, has got something jammed in it. I mean, some of the new silver stackers out there, you're overthinking things, okay? You don't need 100, 200, 300, 400 of these. Okay, for numismatic coins and your specialty coins, yeah, maybe get a couple of these velvet boxes. Absolutely. But for your general silver and your bars, any canister will do, folks. Don't overthink it. Landon Jefferson, you ain't seen nothing yet, but I can't show you everything. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you, folks. You know, use whatever you got, whatever is not being used in the house. You're investing in silver. Why are you investing in silver? And a lot of people don't like me using the word investing. Oh, you're not investing. Alrighty. You're putting your money into silver. I'll use the verbiage that people want me to use. And you're trying to, and you're screaming for, oh my God, it went down. It went up 15 cents. It went down 15 cents. It went up 15 cents. I'm not making a profit but I'm going to go out and spend $3 for each velvet box. Come on, folks. Quibbling over a few cents when to buy. Should I buy, or will it go down another nickel, or will it go down another quarter? Okay, then I'll buy. And then you buy a coin, and then you buy a $3 or even $4 or $5 box, velvet box for your coins. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you're exactly right, Robert. It's about holding silver. Put it whenever it is, and put it wherever you can get. And stuff like this, these jars. Now, obviously, I got more than 20 in here. But when I do, my goal is to put all my odds and ends. And when I get 20, let's say eagles in here, I'll then go buy another plastic canister. Plastic tube, I meant to say, like this. And then I'll transfer the 20 that are in here into an empty. It gives me another canister, making more room for odds and ends. Because sometimes when I buy silver, I can't afford to buy a whole tube at a time. But even one or two, where am I going to put it? Anywhere you can, folks. Anywhere you can. Let's see if I can get that showing. I don't know. Everybody's telling me. So these are the odds and ends. And when I get 20 of them, you know, it's probably better to buy these plastic things than it is these. But even still, I don't want to have 4,000 or 5,000 of these. I'd rather have a bunch of these instead. These over these. Definitely. Why buy eagles over bars or rounds? It's a preference for me, but when a government mints something, these are minted by, let's just talk about the eagles. Eagles are minted by United States government. When they're minted by a government, they're harder to, duplicate by criminals. That sort of thing. When you buy generic rounds, they can be forged, is the word I'm looking for. Forged. They're a higher premium, but they will pay off better at the end. I do believe it. There's nothing wrong with generic rounds. I love some generic rounds. But I get generic rounds that are more recognizable. Not something that somebody in you never heard of, some small rinky-dink town started a company and got his own little mint and he's making his own. I like more recognizable rounds. If I'm gonna buy rounds, I base it on a few things. The art, because a lot of them are very pretty coins. Now the Queen's Beast is a good example. Believe it or not, Queen's Beast, whether you like it or not, is a round, and believe it or not, it's a generic round, if I recall correctly. However, the Queen's Beast is extremely recognizable. Actually, no, I'm wrong on that. The Queen's Beast is not a generic round because it's got the Queen on one side. So I take that back. Let me find a good example of what I would consider a generic round. I take that back. Queen's Beast is not generic. Let's see what I got here. Let me check out this one. This canister. I don't have many generic rounds. That's why it's very difficult for me to find. Good example right here. Good example right here. So I take that back. Queen's Beast is not a generic round. It's actually Canadian minted. This one. This has the picture of the Statue of Liberty on one side, 2-ounce concaved map of the United States on the back. I don't know how well you're picking that up. This is a generic round. This is generic, however extremely recognizable. Not many people are going to try to forge this and create a silver-cladded bronze coin or cheap metal coin out of this. More recognizable, harder to get the mint, what do you call those, harder to get the dies. That's the word I'm looking for something like this. But you buy a generic round, you don't know what's in there, if it's not super recognizable, if you've never seen it before. I'd kind of like maybe Google it first and see if it is actually something. I hope that made some sense. I know I just turned into a silhouette because I can even see my own color. But anyway, good question. Let's take a look at some of the greetings from the wasteland. I got a Queen's Beast is UK. Okay, so it's not Canadian, it's UK, but you did hear my correction. It's not a generic. UK, my bad. I don't know at all. Do you think it's going lower? I heard 10 silver coming soon. I have 10 silver coming soon. All right, is silver going lower? In my opinion, possibly. Should you wait to buy? No. So you're going to wait to buy in the event that it might drop a nickel, that it might drop 10 cents, that it might even drop 20 cents. You're going to wait to buy and risk it, risk me actually being wrong and it actually goes up. You buy when you can afford to buy it. Don't gamble that it's going to go down. Yes, I believe it's going to go down, but would I gamble it? Bottom line is if I wanted to buy silver tomorrow, I got some extra money, instead of putting it in a savings account, I'm going to buy it tomorrow, regardless of whether I think silver is going to go down or not. I'm not going to risk it actually going up. And besides, what is 10 cents? What is 20 cents? Yeah, I can understand if you're buying 1,000 rounds. I can understand that. But if you're only going to buy 10 rounds, whoop-de-doo. Even if you're going to buy a whole tube, whoop-de-doo. What is a nickel? Buy it. Don't stress out and wait and see if the silver is going to go down again. As far as generics, bars are also good. I really do love bars. I got a lot of bars. These are like Atmex bars. And again, I apologize about the camera quality. I really apologize about that. I got some good news for you folks. Remember I've been saying that I'm getting a studio. It's going to be finished, 95% finished as of tomorrow, late afternoon. Wife and I are finishing up painting. All we need to do is carpet clean, and the furniture is being delivered tomorrow, mid-afternoon. All the furniture is being delivered for the studio tomorrow. So I'm hoping by tomorrow, internet has been ordered. I'm hoping by tomorrow the studio's done, and I'll be making back to normal videos from my studio. Because frankly, I don't like how this channel has digressed waiting for this studio, and this whole move thing has really affected the channel in an adverse way. So tomorrow we should be back on track. I like the 10-ounce Britannia. Those are nice coins. Congrats on the new studio. Yeah, as of tomorrow night. Well, that's what happened to me by Batman Blue, darker. Yeah, the RCM coins are nice. I'm sorry, bars. They're really nice. But my favorite bar, and RCM doesn't hold a candle to this bar. What do you think that teacher, hold on. What do you think that teacher is doing in your old house? Probably smearing her feces all over the walls. She can have it for all I care. You know, we didn't sell it to be vindictive of her. You know, turns out she might have been nice, but it turns out that her people who were representing her were the idiots. But like I was saying, I'll get back to your question. The RMC has nothing over this. The RCM bar, I'm sorry, has nothing, zero over this bar. This is the Sunshine Mint bar. Nothing. The RCM is a nice bar, but I still have not found a bar that holds a candle to these bars at all. So, yeah, so I want to thank you for the super chat and the good question. So, yeah, the teacher's in the house. God bless her. I don't hold anything against her. I mean, her representatives made things difficult for myself and my wife. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I do. Jared Williams, I love, and again, thank you for that super chat. I love the Sunshine Mint bars. To me, there's nothing that can hold a candle to them. I haven't seen anything yet. 10-ounce Britannias. Yeah, you mentioned that, Frank. I think it was you. The 10-ounce Britannias are very nice. Definitely. Let me try something here. I was just trying to plug it into the outlet, this phone. And I'll see if my wife's available. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, Pamp. But I've seen some of the Pamp bars, and frankly, they're nice, but nothing. You put a Pamp or RCM next to a Sunshine Mint, I'm sorry. In my opinion, my humble opinion. And everybody's taste is different. Can see the mountains now. Mike P in the house. I got 61 people in the room. Could I get a thumbs up? I really would appreciate it. So yeah, back to the velvet boxes. Don't worry about buying a bunch of velvet boxes. Don't make stacking silver complicated. You're there to put money into it. And if you spend money on a bunch of apparatuses and fancy boxes to put your silver in and make it pretty and show off when people come over, when it goes to sell, comes to sell your silver, your profit margin is going to be definitely decreased because you bought a bunch of velvet boxes or fancy storage boxes. Obviously, I say, yeah, get the velvet boxes for your numismatic coins and your specialty coins, and perhaps even your gold coins. But for your average silver, like Eagles and Canadian maples, just put them in tubes or put them whatever canisters you can find when you have odds and ends. And then when you get 20 of those odds and ends, you put them then you can transfer them into a tube. I know I'm repeating myself, but you got a lot of new stackers out there that seem to think you need to buy the fanciest boxes and mahogany box. Are you kidding me? Someone email me. Should I buy mahogany boxes to store my silver in? Mahogany? Oh hell! You get the cheapest pine wood if you're into wood, and don't sweat the small stuff. I like maple leaves. Let me see that comment. Let's see. I like maples better than eagles. It's a toss-up with me. However, when it comes to gold, I think I like the maple gold coins better than the eagles. So we're in agreement when it comes to gold. I'm looking. Okay, I'm trying to read the comments, and my eyes are not as quick. Cigar. Well, see, with cigar boxes, Mark, they're cool. However, I smoke cigars, so I know. A lot of them would not hold a lot of weight, so I would use cigar boxes for up until it got too heavy. You don't want to carry a cigar box and the bottom of it collapses. The reason why, Lord Humongous, that I like the gold maples is because they seem to be more yellower, more pure. Both coins have 1 ounce of gold in them, both the eagles and the maple leaves. 1 ounce of gold in it, but the Americans put a bunch of fillers in it to where it's, when you calculate the percentage by coin, what is it? 95% gold, but it's a full gold within that coin. And I don't know if 95% is the exact number. I own only this much gold. I wish I had more, but that's, don't know a lot about it because I don't own any, hardly. Pampa is a collector bar and love the view. I'm gonna take a second look, Jeff, at the Pamps. Major DMB in the house and Silver Rookie is in the house. Guard house boxes for constitutional work for me. I pick up tubes cheap from local coin shop. I agree. Yeah, the AGE Kugrans have more alloys. Yep, I agree. And that's why when I buy gold, if it's going to be if it's going to be my first 1 ounce coin, it's got to be a maple. It's got to be. It's just good. I don't have storage problems. I'm a carpenter. You know, that's something I would love to learn is carpentry. I really would. I would love to learn carpentry. So, yeah. Other than that, I love my silver. And I have even the 5 ounce bars of the Sunshine Mint. I even, look at that thing. I love it. The 5 ounce bar. Beautiful bars. Rhode Island in the house. Buying a lot of coal eagles this year, so no need for new tubes. Buy them and use. Yeah, throw them in a freaking canister. That's all. Jeff in the house. Deal, let me see what that is. It says deal going on a tube of Silver Britannia, 1 free in a 25 pack. It's not bag. Okay. Love the Scottsdale stackers too. Actually, I like those too. I like and I wish more bars would be stackable. I really wish more bars would utilize that tongue and groove stackability. And they call that tongue and groove. Michael Martin in the house. Yeah, I think I have 2 Libertads. The Stacky Nerd, my next will be a 1 ounce. Oh, your next goal will be the Buffalo. Yeah, that Buffalo is sweet with the Indian on one side. Wow, striking gold coin. Beautiful. Now that's something I would get a velvet box for. Lord Humongous might be moving to Arizona. I'm curious what part? I would say there goes the neighborhood, but hey, Lord Humongous, you always give me grief. If you take it, gotta sometimes shovel it back. You know what I mean? Michael Martin in the house. He says it's 96.5%. Do you like living in Arizona? Well, it depends. You know, northern Arizona is nice. Tucson is going to get hot. You know, Lord, it depends on your work. It really is. You can't take my recommendation. I would love to move out of Arizona completely. And that's not just because of the demographics here, but, you know, I love saltwater fishing. Can't do much of that, you know, in Arizona. So, and if you got a job, you know, I2 Mass, hello. Can you do that in Rhode Island? You can do that, yeah, definitely. I used to go to a place in Long Island. I know you mentioned Rhode Island, but I used to go to Long Island all the way out to Montauk Point. It's actually where I first picked up and held my first fishing rod. Loved it, man. Just loved it. So I'm going to end this video real quick, 5 minutes each, but before I do that, we'll see any new prepping vids soon. Absolutely. Jared, and I'll repeat it because a lot of people are new, just came in this room. I moved in. My studio should be finished by tomorrow night. All the furniture is being delivered tomorrow. The internet is already turned on. I'm ready to rock. I'm just basically waiting on the furniture. So by tomorrow night, the studio should be done. And I'll start making more videos again. Not so much as live chats, although I'll be doing the live chats, but I'll be actually doing videos. I want to do a lot of prepping videos. I want to do how to do long-term storage and whatnot. Maybe some gun videos and such. But more video. You should do weekly live still. I will. I'll do a weekly live. Yep. This move taken a lot out of me. And that was by Renee Michael. Thank you so much, Jeff. Happy I was able to get the live show finally. Great show, Jeff in the house. So yeah, so as of tomorrow, the studio should be done, hopefully. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going to let you folks go, but I'm going to show you the view real quick, if the camera will put up with it. Oh, did I try that again? Let me try that again. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to shaky camera for a little bit. Hold on. Let me show you the view before you folks leave. I don't know how much of this the camera is going to pick out, but we're going to give it a shot. That there is Mexico. Just a little bit more beyond those mountains is Mexico. I wasn't kidding when I told you I live about 30 minutes north of the Mexican border. For you folks who've never seen cactus before, you're in for a little treat here. And notice that the flowers are on top of the cactus. But anyway, folks, I'm going to let you go. Again, my studio will be up and ready to rock and roll. Albacore Fishing Suite on the West Coast. Let's see. Do you see illegals run down your street? No. Wow, so much better than a city view. Gorgeous. Damn, man, what a view. I'm jelly. Anyway, folks, you have a great day again. My studio should be finished by tomorrow. Let me get out of the way of the camera. My studio should be done by tomorrow. And that is it. This is another overtax payer checking out. Take care. And by the way, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it.